it. Leave it.
No.
Barks a lot at everybody, which I don't mind as much, but it's the biting.
In your hands, he's going to be a loaded gun.
They kind of
Howdy. So what's going on with Drogo?
He's bitten like 3 people in my house. For some reason, it's always my brother's girlfriend. And then the other night, actually, like about a month ago, my girlfriend, who he's known for 3 years, went to her friend's house who has Akitas, and it was dark, and he bit her in the leg.
You mean she went to that house with Akitas and then came home?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he also bit my cousin's husband, who he never really met, and he kind of just went up, and I told him.
Not to?
Yeah, and he was fine. Like, Drogo, like, licked his hand and everything, but then when he turned around,
okay.
He doesn't ever, like, maul, but he bites in the dark.
Does he hang on, or does he?
No.
Because he seems pretty fearful for the most part. How old is he?
I want to say maybe 4. I'd have to look at the birth certificate.
Is he fixed?
Yes.
Okay. And when did it start happening, like the aggression?
Probably like year 2. They used to be very well trained, but then I'm in the military. I went away for like 3 months, and then I came back. And it's like they forgot everything.
All right, you guys, Drogo. This dog has a multiple bite history. Whenever a dog comes in, I'm immediately watching for the body language of the dog, the body language of the owner, and I can tell right away there's some insecurity going on with the dog. His hackles are up. He's kind of forging more towards the door than me. Don't get me wrong, he's definitely a dog that can cause damage and has before, and he does come after me multiple times, but I think it's really stemming from insecurity and the lack thereof control from the owner. So what we're going to do is we're going to start resetting this relationship between the dog and the owner so they can live a happier, less stress, less reactive life. When he sees something he doesn't know or he's insecure about, he'll do this. And if you're not paying attention, like, so say your girlfriend walked in late at night, smelled like a bunch of other dogs, he knows your girlfriend, she comes into the door, he's like, hey, who are you? Bang, and he just immediately just grabs. There's a big difference between a dog like attacking somebody and a dog just saying like, you scared the shit out of me.
Right, right.
And that's probably what he's doing. Dogs who hang on, latch on, shake, spin, and continue to go after that person is it like more of an aggressive type of demeanor, and you gotta work with that dog a little bit differently. He's being very vocal because he's fearful.
This is like the calmest he's ever been with strangers too.
Oh, good.
When I first met Zach, he wouldn't stop barking.
That's what Zach said. Zach said he had to go at him a couple times. That's why he wanted me to work with him first.
Yeah.
And you can also tell, like, I'm always reading the dog's behavior, even when I'm talking to you, and I can tell, like, he would much rather go out that door than come in here. What is your main goal?
Not have to worry about him biting people. Like,
okay. And what training have you done before with him?
they were puppies, so just like the basic puppy course. So they can sit, they kind of do heel.
So just basic.
Yeah.
Okay.
They stay, but only if there's like no distraction.
All right, well, let's get to work. Your prong's a bit too big, so I'm gonna switch you out.
Zach said.
I'm gonna switch you out to something else. I'm gonna use the prong collar because it's gonna be safer for me to hold him out if he's trying to come after me. I'm not really gonna be correcting him too much with it, I don't think. But I'm just letting you know I'm switching to the prong so I can safer maneuver him if he does come after me. All right, and I'm just gonna take him in and work with him. Hey you guys, we're doing a giveaway on the Tom Davis Dogtra 280C on this video. All you have to do to enter to win is subscribe to my channel, turn on your notification, like this video, and leave a comment down below to enter to win. I'm just hanging out with him, but I'm neutral. I'm not here with him. I'm not necessarily turning my back because I need to watch him if he tries to go after my leg. Because the Baskerville muzzle is a good muzzle for him. But they can still pinch you through it. I've been pinched a couple times through those. So that's what I'm doing right now is I'm kind of just pressure testing him. And I'm not really asking too much of him. Drogo, come. Drogo, come here. Good boy. He's not gonna, have too much of a problem with me, which is good. Obviously, he's not like an innate, aggressive, I'm gonna kill everybody in the room dog, clearly. But he's gonna be reactive with you around threshold. So that gate is gonna become a threshold. You're gonna become a resource of him to potentially guard. Sometimes dogs aren't guarding their humans because they love them. Oftentimes they're guarding their humans because they're insecure that you don't know what to do. So they're becoming protective for that reason. Like if you're holding him at the gate like you were, and he's sounding off, just going crazy, barking, lunging, all that stuff, he just doesn't care that you're there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like kind of punching your brother in front of your parents. You're like, I don't care they're there. I got no respect for them. I'll do what I want. If he doesn't have that filter to say, I don't want to get in trouble, that's a bad move. Or maybe I don't even need to protect this place because dad knows what he's doing. That'll be really helpful.
If I get rid of all that, I still would like him to protect the house. You know what I mean?
I don't think you ever have to worry about him being submissive. If he's protective, fine, but you don't have enough control for him to be protective. And you also don't have enough control for him to be protective and aggressive and fearful, because that's when he's gonna bite people. So say your girlfriend comes in late and he barks, which is normal for a Shih Tzu, you'd say, come, leave it, down, stay, place. You can't do any of that right now. If you guys don't know about the No Bad Dog Members Club, it's a $19.99 subscription-based service. You guys are getting the full-length videos that you see here on YouTube. This is gonna be a 15, 20-minute video. The full-length video is an hour. You're getting the seminars. You're getting the No Bad Dog Army community. We are helping each other out. We're empowering each other. We're not punching down. We're not making fun of. We're not judging. It's a really special thing, and I'm so happy and grateful to be a part of it. Click the link below to join the official No Bad Dog Members Club. It's not a test. I just want to see how you work with them, you know?
Drogo, Drogo, sit, come.
And if you want to take the muzzle off, you can. I feel comfortable with that because you're going to be handling him from on out. I feel like he's not going to be himself if he continues to try to get that off. All right, you guys, so you could tell this dog's obedience is not good. So whenever you're working on any type of behavioral case, whenever you're having problems with your dog behaviorally, no matter the age, you got to really audit. How good is your obedience? The basic obedience is the first and second and third grade of the dog's life. Really teaching them, this is what this means, this is what this means, do this, don't do this. So that's what we're gonna do next. We're gonna start working on some of this obedience, working on some of the leash pressure, and get this dog under control so we can stop some of this bad behavior. So what I wanna do is create like a heel command with him. So heel is essentially him at your heels, walking next to you. And that's what we wanna work on, because right now he's basically all over the place.
Right. Do you want me to show you how I learned how to do heel? All right.
Yeah.
Drogo, sit. Look, heel. You're gonna do it here. Sit. Heel. 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 Well, at home, that's what I do when he does it. I just like put the treat and I swing my arm and he'll.
Yeah. Do you have like a command for him to walk nicely next to you? Okay. So if that is your heel, we can change whatever you want to that, like with me or whatever. It doesn't really matter. Or Fuß if you want to use German. But right now he's so disconnected from you. He's not thinking about the next move. He's just thinking about getting out of here because he's stressed. Try to give him a correct.
No.
Here, wait 1 second. So tell him to leave it.
Leave it.
Good. Now just kind of walk him away and discourage that. Yep.
Leave it.
Good.
Leave it.
Right now, he's going like this and he's getting to the end and you're kind of just pulling him back. What you want to do is snap it like this. So it's the same equivalent to a correction on here. This is just going to be safer to use because of his size and because of his strength. He's putting a lot of strength on this and you need to be able to snap it to get his attention. We're not trying to choke him out or even pull him back. We're trying to snap him out of it. We're literally saying, no, you can't do that. I feel very confident and totally comfortable, and I think it's really fair for us in the beginning right now to as soon as he builds like that and says, I'm gonna take a piece out of that person because I don't want him in here, correct him for it. Inappropriate, you never wanna see it. You don't want another bite, you don't wanna get sued, you don't want him getting taken away. So we are definitely correcting that behavior immediately, boom. But there is a difference between a correction and pressure. So say you ask him to sit and he is kind of slow at it. You could give him pressure on the prong and it kind of slides up and he's like, okay, good. So negative reinforcement. He turns the pressure off through compliance. He's like, okay, this is you're annoying me. I'm gonna sit, my bad, whatever. The correction is gonna be more of a no way, nope. And some people use that in a heel because they're super serious about their heel. Some people use it when the dog's jumping. Whatever you're correcting and whatever you're discouraging with your dog, you can pop that collar. If you don't do it right, it'll never work. And this is something that a lot of dog owners have a problem with. So when you're doing it, it's almost a flick. So bang, bang, like correcting. So right now when he's pulling forward, he's almost extending this prong halfway. Once he gets to here, you have no leverage because he's doing this. Then you're pulling him back again. So you almost have to come out and pop him back and use that leverage. And it's a timing game. It's a practice game. You're gonna get better at it. Make sense?
Yeah.
So you're gonna do with me, all you're gonna do is walk from here to here and back. Now when you're doing this, just be as calm as possible.
Okay.
Less is more. Good, now turn and go the other way. With me.
With me.
And then good with me. Good.
Good with me. Good with me.
So see how he's cutting. So don't let him do that.
Do I snatch it though? Like,
Nope, because right now he doesn't really fundamentally understand how to capture this with me. He doesn't know what it is.
Right.
So we're not gonna correct him for that. We're just gonna give him a little bit of pressure. So he's getting like, right? And he's like, I gotta go over here. No, hey, relax. So when he slides this way or he slides any other way, pressure.
But I wouldn't want to lift up either, right?
Nope, don't lift up.
Okay.
No lift offs here.
Yeah.
Just kind of leave it. So snap.
Right now?
Yeah, not
Oh,
now,
okay.
but next time. And I know he's kind of randomizing, but go ahead. Heel?
With me.
Or with me, yeah, sorry. Good. Good with me.
Good with me.
And then turn back around.
With me.
Good, now just keep walking. Good. And then this time, just turn and go. Don't wait. Much better. Good with me.
Good with me. Good with me.
There you go. And let's do that one more time. We're gonna give him a little break. Just turn and go and use that momentum. Nice, nice. Good with me, buddy.
Good with me.
Good.
Good with me.
That little change right there will start to stack up in your favor as like changing the relationship for the better. Good with me. Good. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. And stop and just ask him to sit.
Drogo, sit.
Good sit. Now release your
sit.
pressure. Nice and relaxed. That was nice. The micro is, the small picture is when you're working with him, it's an inside job. It's you and him. Nothing else matters. That not only helps with his reactivity because he's so engaged with you, but it also will build your relationship up that probably causes this reactivity in the entire first place. Because he's got a job. You're in charge. Yes, no. Kind of like the military a little bit, right? You're giving him structure. Wake up at this time, put on your boots, blah, 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 blah. There's guidelines every single day that you have to do. You said you were in the military, right?
Yeah.
So, right, so it's like bing, 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 bing. But if you have a dog that's kind of like, meh, that structure, like he wants to say, what do you want me to do next? What do you want me to do next? He just doesn't know the behaviors well enough. So it's like, hey, wake up at 6. What's 6? Show up at the mess hall. What's that? Where's that? I don't know what that is. So right now we're kind of battling two different things. Is we're teaching him the behaviors to follow. I know it's kind of like, what does this have anything to do with the reactivity to Abby or myself? But the reactivity is caused from lack thereof.
Right.
He's just like, I don't. But if you're like, hey man, and you start really keeping him in line and start putting him into his place, he'll look at you entirely different and the rest of the world. One more thing for you. So the break command, it's basically heel and break. That's all we're working on right now. Heel and break, that's it. The break command is essentially saying, you're done. But essentially, if I have my dog in a heel right here, and I'm walking like this, she's gonna follow me. I'm gonna throw the ball, she's gonna look at me, I'm gonna say break, boom, she's gonna get the ball. The first week you do it, he's not gonna know it, obviously. What I like to do is, does he like a ball or something like that?
Yeah.
Tug toy? Perfect. And what I usually do in the beginning is I heel with him like this. Good heel, good with me. Good with me, buddy. Stop and then break, and I'll throw an item. So the break is kind of conditioned with I'm moving away from you, I'm done. It's kind of like a manual transmission. Heel, break into neutral. If you don't have a break command, he's not always going to be sure if he's working or he's not.
Right.
Now just work on your break. So you just say break.
Break.
There you go. And then what you would do is like, you would have like a treat or you'd have a ball. And you'd say break. And that's kind of like how you would say, okay, be a dog. So your healing and your breaking are very incremental. So when you go back home, it's just going to be you and him. It's not going to be the other dog. That'll be too much.
Yeah.
And you're going to work on small increments where you're working on, okay, I've done it for 30 seconds, break. Let's try for 40 seconds, then break. 45 seconds, then break. Okay,
You
sucked
mean
at
45 seconds like walking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What you're trying to, it's like working out. What you're trying to do is you're trying to condition him to go further, longer, faster. If you were to walk out there right now and he's just cooked, he's completely tired, you're not going to say,
Leave it.
you're not going to ask him to heel out there. You're just going to say break. Let him be a dog. If you see another dog or if you need him to work, you're gonna turn it back on. Now, one thing I really wanna point out when working with a dog like Drago is natural suppression. So yeah, we wanna modify his perception. So if he's reacting to different people because he's fearful or because of his genetics or because he's nervous or because he's a bully, who knows? I wanna try to teach him that he doesn't have to do that and to make better decisions. Throughout that process and throughout correcting some of this behavior, he is gonna say, okay, I don't wanna get in trouble, but I still don't like that person.
And slowly over time, I've seen dogs do really well with just suppressing the behaviors, and then it rolls into modification where they just don't care anymore. And I just want to point that out, because oftentimes people will talk about, oh, you're just suppressing or you're using compulsion. And a lot of that certainly can get a dog hunkered down and say, okay, I'm not going to react anymore because I don't want to get punished. But like I said, there's certain dogs that need that in order to progress because they're so explosive. They redline all the time. You need to bring that down so they can think. You guys have seen it on this channel multiple times. I just wanted to point that out because it's a very important process when you're working with behavior modification with dogs who are addicted to some of this stuff.
Leave it.
Better, better. Now keep walking. Well done. Now turn back around. Don't even, just right there. That was so good. That was the best one yet. That was so cool to see. So like right now he's kind of building a little bit. So see is kind of, leave it. So
Right
tell
now?
him to, just tell him to
Leave it.
Good, 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 good. Now, good. Now just get back in line. Don't let him get in front of you. See how he's kind of doing that? There you go, right there. So
I
now
would
you're
move.
going to play it. What's that?
I would move.
Right.
Okay.
You're going to move. It's a big power move on your end where all of that was so good because he's learning new stuff. That was the first time here, and I don't know about at home, that when he started to build and you corrected him, he stopped. That was it. It shut it down. He started to go like this. You went down. And then when you came back around, I was listening to his breathing, watching Abby, and I looked at him and he started to build a little bit. You said, leave it, and he went around you and he's like, okay, I don't want to get that again. We want a little bit of that fear. Like when my mom used to look at me a certain way, I was like, okay, I'm sorry, right? There's fear of consequence. It's natural and it's that's what saves us. Yes,
Good
leave
boy,
it.
good
now
leave
break,
it.
break, give him a break.
Break.
Good, and kind of pat him on the side and reward him. Yeah, buddy, good job, good.
We've made great progress with Drago and his owner. Now what they have to do, they're not trained. The dog is not trained. He's less reactive, but more importantly, and most importantly, just like with you guys at home learning and hopefully taking notes, is the dog owner knows what to do. The dog owner knows how to handle. Before he was putting his prong collar over the dog's neck, he wasn't clipping it on. He was handling the dog left, right, adding a lot of corrections. You guys saw in the video, he's really progressed as an owner. So his homework now is to go home, practice all the things that we just worked on, the healing, the breaking, rebuilding that relationship. That way when we see him next time, we can start exactly where we left off.